Well, that was a bigger play than that catch. But
that was the one that got them into field goal position.
But they wouldn't have even had that field goal position if Ackland didn't make that.
Well, catch, I'm not going to show every bloody play.
All right, another week in the books for CFL. Week 12 was a week of returns. It was a week of touchdown returns. And it was a week of injuries. My name's Cody and this is Don. We are the Out of Bounds Sports Podcast. And today we're coming at you with our Week 12 power rankings. And Don, why don't you kick us off here? Let's start off Ottawa visiting Calgary. Calgary's still yet to lose at home. But the big note for this one, and I was watching the highlights for this one, and I gotta say, Mazzoli, damn. He looked good, and I was happy for him in this game.
He did look good for the amount of time he was off, absolutely. I think, it's this whole kind of like feel-good story. The thing, though, that I was really having a problem with, like I almost had to turn the game off. Because the whole pregame, singing the praises of Mazzoli. The whole first half, the commentators, Mazzoli, Mazzoli, Mazzoli. The halftime show, Mazzoli. The second half. And it was like he would do a little shovel pass. He was being chased down, well, that's the only player who could ever make that is Jeremiah Mazzoli. It's so good to have back. I'm going, are you kidding me?
Like, it was a feel-good story, though. First win in 999 days since 2021.
It was absolutely that, and he did look quite good for all that time off. So, you know what?
Got to say 27 for 35, 253 yards, and touchdown.
Yep.
He's in Player of the Week, OBSP Player of the Week contention.
Not even close.
I think so.
No, well, it didn't matter. I've already picked the Player of the Week. And spoiler alert, it's not him.
I think he had a case. He could make a case for it.
No,
but yeah, like we said, first start in over a year. And man, what is with the CFL and fumbling on the first play of the game?
Well,
every game it feels like, or every week there's multiple games where like they recover fumble, recover, or the same team recovers or whatever, but they're always bobbling the ball on the first play. It's like, what kind of nerves are going on with these guys?
I believe that's actually in the rule book. It's number 1-4, paragraph 3, that you must turn over the ball in the first play of the game. No, it's just, well, if we have, do you want to have a look at the highlights?
Yeah, let's throw that. Let's see, what do we got first?
We'll start. The first one we got here is first play of the game. Calgary gets the ball, and
for 373, his highest total.
Because they didn't keep it.
When they hand off, and the ball comes out right away.
That was first play of the game.
On that carry by Logan, it gets loose, and the Red Blacks have it.
And
first play from scrimmage.
They got looking like off that play as well, or not that play, but they got touchdown off of that.
So I added in. There's this Ishmael Hyman kid.
Yeah.
So he had almost 2 identical plays.
Right,
so the first one, it was 5 minutes in the first quarter, about a 45-yard pass in the end zone, right
Hyman, a flag
in the corner by the goal.
Yeah, right there.
Thing. He didn't catch it. Interference.
Brings him down to the 1-yard line.
Brings it down to the 1. And Stevens, who had three touchdowns in that game.
8 TDs on the season, too.
Maybe he could be Player of the Week because he had 5 carries that game for 3 touchdowns?
They're all run-ins from the line. That's that's like saying Jalen Hurts is getting a Player of the Week.
You know what? If you want to pick Mazzoli, this guy had more touchdowns than Mazzoli had. I'm just trying to explain the thing of your foolishness. So then we go to with 5 minutes left in the first.
He's been great for them Now they go tempo real quick.
And Rourke Armstead has a big carry. First down, touchdown.
Okay,
Armstead
so
turned that
Ottawa
corner and he stayed in bounds.
The ball off to Armstead.
And he goes all the way in after a 27-yard pickup. The Red Blacks strike back quickly.
And jives, and actually it was about a 25-yard run. Nice touchdown, and Ottawa is now ahead. What do we got next? Let me take a look here. So the next one is to Ishmael Hyman again. Almost the exact same play. This time, though,
He's completed 5 passes to 5 different receivers. This is a 2nd and 9 at the Ottawa 46. Flags out. Deep right again. It is caught. Touchdown, Calgary.
After review, the receiver was down at the 1-yard line. It'll be first down, Calgary.
Here we go. So it was caught at the 1. It was originally ruled a touchdown. They called it back and
Call him down. Yeah, seen a lot of those plays as well. Like the catch right on the 1-yard line. They're not able to get. They're not really to get into the end zone. There's lots of back and forth action this first quarter, eh?
Yeah, well, it was
like they're like Ottawa goes up, then Calgary, then Ottawa scores a touchdown, and Calgary comes back and scores another one. Like,
yeah. So then we go into the about 30 seconds left in the third quarter, I believe, maybe just over, or in the
just before halftime, right?
Yeah. And
who's throwing the touchdown? Mazzoli to Dedmon.
It was that little almost pass that no one else in the world could throw. Anyways.
It was a Patrick Mahomes type throw.
Oh, stop it. Let's have a look at this anyways.
The lead into halftime. 42 seconds on the clock. Some pressure. Mazzoli escapes it and dumps it off. Gets rid of it, and a touchdown, Devontae Dedmon. Mazzoli reacts and has a touchdown pass to Dedmon, and the Red Blacks go back in front.
Yeah, it wasn't a great throw. It was just a little.
Mazzoli with the touchdown right before half.
Yeah,
that put them up.
It was basically almost like a little swing pass, but it was just how these guys were just blowing everything out of proportion for this guy. Like,
did you get that play off the kickoff return?
Which one?
The second half?
No.
Oh, was it Malcolm Thompson got a killer hit when Ottawa was returning the ball, just took him out.
Yeah. So the last play we have here is a combination play where, okay, so Calgary was up by a point. They kicked off they had to, first of all, they get the ball first down with 1:24 left. Can't get a first down. Ridiculous. So then Ottawa gets the ball back with about 12 seconds left. Mazzoli gets a pass within field goal range, and Ward kicks a field goal. So let's have a look at that.
To get close to field goal range.
Will Lewis Ward get a shot? 10 seconds. Pump fake.
This was
only running around. Needs the complete one. Further down, he does. Braylon Addison has it. Addison and out of bounds around the 45-yard try for Ottawa's Lewis Ward for the win. Out, down, kicked, and good.
He just tucked
Lewis
it in there
Ward
too.
does it again.
Yeah, so that one had the play leading to the field goal, and then the field goal because it was basically back to back.
There was another play on that drive. It was Ackland. They threw the ball, and the Calgary defender was there, and he almost had it. He pretty much had it in his hands, and Ackland grabbed it, pulled it out to avoid the pick, and that continued the drive. And then what we got, what that play was, the last play before Lewis Ward got the field goal.
I just thought I'd pick up a handful of highlights instead of showing the whole game.
Well, that was a bigger play than that catch. But
that was the
kudos
that,
on the
no,
highlights,
that,
kudos
that
on
was
the highlights,
that was the one that got them into field goal position.
but they wouldn't have even had that field goal position if Ackland didn't make that.
Well,
catch,
I'm not
'cause
going
if
to
they
show
picked the
every
ball
bloody
off-
play. Like it's absolutely insane. Like I mean, I already spent
Hey, you have a
hours
tough
going
job
through
trying to
this
make the
shit.
plays. I'm just telling you what stood out to me in that final drive, and that was the Ackland catch that avoided the pick.
Well, good. And now we all know what stood out to you.
Lewis Ward just tucks into left upright, and I was making notes on this game, and I did not write the final score down. What is the score? What was the final score?
31-29.
Yeah, they would have won by
2 points.
2 points. Yeah, because they're down by 1.
But I can't believe minute 24 left. Calgary's 1st and 10. Can't get a first down.
Yeah.
That's you know what? When you play like that, you deserve to lose the game.
But this definitely would have been game of the week if it was not for the next game that we're going to talk about.
Which could be the game of the year.
And that would be the Montreal Alouettes visiting the Saskatchewan Roughriders at beautiful, beautiful Mosaic Field on a lovely Friday evening. We watched this game, and wow. I mean, you want to talk about showing the whole game? You probably, with your highlights, could probably show the whole game. Because this was exciting from start to finish. It had a little bit of everything, but you know what? What it didn't have was a Saskatchewan win, and you can blame one guy for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of particularly blaming one guy because he's been there for them the whole season. He had a bad game, right?
I don't like to blame one guy either, but if you look at this game and you look at the final score and you look at what happened, it's his fault that they missed this game.
Well,
their defense showed up and their offense, and Trevor Harris got them into field goal position multiple times, and he missed 4 field goals, including the game-winning field goal. So if you're going to ever say that it's one guy's fault, it's this game, and it was Lawler's fault.
Well, here's my argument. What happened to the whole team when he did miss a field goal and Buddy runs it back 128 yards for a touchdown? Was that his fault? That no one on the field stopped this guy? That would have, if that wouldn't have happened, Saskatchewan would have won the game. So that's why I'm not blaming it on one guy. Enough of that garbage. Now let's go to this.
Once again, I'm not buying what you're selling.
Well, it doesn't matter. The fact is, if that touchdown, 128-yard touchdown, if that was not scored, Montreal loses. Done.
No.
It doesn't matter what the
there
kicker
was
did.
multiple field goals missed before that, and they had a chance to win.
How much did it come down to?
It
came down to 3 points. That was 6.
They had a chance to tie the game.
But it came down to 3 points. That was 6.
But he also left 9 other points on the field.
I understand that.
So if you're talking about points, he left still 9 points over 6.
But if they would have stopped that guy from scoring a touchdown, they wouldn't have needed those 9 points. Anyways, so let's take a look at.
So wait, second and final meeting between these two teams, but I don't think it'll be our final meeting because I think we might see these guys one more time. You're hearing it here first on the OOBSP Week 12 review. I'm predicting we've got the Montreal Alouettes and Saskatchewan
You're predicting? I already said this to you a couple days ago. Stop with your predicting. Oh my, you got to be kidding me.
But this was a Best of the East versus Best of the West matchup, and like we said, potential Grey Cup preview. You had Ouellette back, you had Harris back, and you had Alexander, who's been absolutely on fire for 3 games coming into this one. So, Don, why don't you kick us off? What's the first highlight for this one? What do you got there? Oh, why don't you know? What's the first highlight we got here? Missed field goal from 15 yards out.
Okay, first of all, it was 30 yards. Okay, so 3 minutes into the first, and we'll have a quick look at this. It'll be short.
Starting quarterback in his return. 30 yards for Locker. That is up, and he
Just
throws
missed
it
that.
wide right.
Yeah, just missed it.
30.
So then we'll go a little bit after that. And this is right at the end of the first. And it's Lowther again.
I think you were tricking anybody, I guess.
By left.
Locker. Oh, no. Now he misses it left. What is going on? Now it's going to be brought out.
And he compensated. He went a little too far to the other side. But that's okay. You know what? It's okay. Next highlight I got. Let me see what I got here. Oh, yes. Okay. So
They batted it out there. Yeah.
We're in the second quarter. 9 minutes left. And Alouettes got the ball. The guy's running. Gets he loses control of the ball. And in the CFL, if it goes out of bounds, the last guy who hits it, that team gets the ball.
So you can see them swatting it out
and
kind of race to hit the ball out.
Saskatchewan guy got the ball. Let's have a look at that.
Off the board thus far here at Mosaic. Pocket closes quickly. He jumps and dumps it on. Ball pops out. It's sitting there, and it's batted out of bounds. Revis is saying it's the Riders.
That could have ended up.
And it is Saskatchewan.
Possibly could have been. We go now to 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter. And Alexander does his thing.
Fletcher standing behind his quarterback. He'll take it to him. Now he gives it to him. And he's in. Touchdown, Alouettes. The visitors on the board. Fletcher's got his second receiving touchdown of the season. How about this movement off?
That looks like the Jeremiah Bazzoli.
Was a little past the Fletcher.
Yeah.
And gets that in. Okay, so now
he looks so cool and collected out there on the field there, David Alexander.
You
watch him, like he looks calm, he looks, comfortable out there.
Definitely doesn't look like a third stringer, does he?
No, not at all.
Okay, so now we're going to get to the play that I was talking about. Poor Brett. Kicks up the ball, misses it to the right. It gets caught at the back of the end zone. And,
so a max would be 130, right? That's the farthest you could get if you caught it rare, but then you'd be out of bounds. So he basically ran as far as you can go.
Yeah, so
128 yards.
So let's have a look at that.
For the Riders. And that is up, and it is wide right. His third miss of the ball game. And this will be brought out by Letcher. Letcher takes it back to the 20, turns it upfield, and now he's got to the 40. Can they track him down? I'm not sure. Midfield, and the race is on. Letcher to the 30, to the 20. See you later. House call Letcher. And the Alouettes go on top after another Lother miss.
That was early in the fourth quarter. And that puts Saskatchewan behind again. But I don't think they're behind long. Because 7 minutes left. And Harris airs one out.
Up on 2nd and 8. They're going to bring a lot of pressure. Harris down the field. One-on-one dropped it in there. Touchdown! The Riders go back on top. Picton's got one 2 weeks in a row.
University hits a missed field goal, turns into a long field goal, return touchdown for Montreal, but the veteran quarterback icing it.
And the thing that was unfortunate about that one, the Alouette that was covering, kind of slipped as the ball was being thrown. So the guy was wide open, just marching in the end zone. And then this was a game-changing play right here, because you got 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Saskatchewan's up 24-21. And Alexander is looking for a place to throw that ball. Can't find it. Runs it in. Almost goes out of bounds. Some people say he did. Some people say he didn't.
Yeah, it was a tough call. It was close.
You would say he did. But you know what? It doesn't matter. He went to the control center. And let's see what happened there.
Alexander on the run, out to his right, looking down the field. Now he's going to take off with him. Stays on his feet along the sideline to the end zone.
a good look to see if he stepped out of bounds or not, because at this move here, Auclair's pushes him to the outside. Now, does that foot step on the white? Very close there. The second one for sure not, and now he's straight in. So it was just that first.
Now, the big thing that was significant after this play is that they missed the point after.
Yeah, which gave Saskatchewan one more chance to kind of come back. And who blew that?
So they marched the ball.
They did march it down.
They didn't have that much time left. But they do get within field goal range.
Well, there's also a crucial face mask penalty on that drive as well.
Yeah, you know
which
what?
Pulls Saskatchewan even better to the.
There were a lot of stupid penalties, especially at the end of that game.
Yeah.
But so Saskatchewan's got the ball. It was about 48-yard attempt, I'm going to say, with 6 seconds left on the clock. And Brett is going to do his thing. Here we go.
8 yards, just inside the left hash to tie the game. No! The Alouettes are going to win it.
And that's when
not even close on that one.
You could hear the pin drop in the stadium, but not only in the stadium. You could hear it in the living room when we were watching the game, because that meant you just lost another week.
That's when I shut it off, went to my room, went to bed.
Shut it off, and that's it. So, yeah, but we will get into the stats in a bit.
So what a finish on that one.
That was a really good game, though.
Very exciting game.
Back and forth. A lot of action in the fourth quarter for sure.
Exciting moments from both quarterbacks as well, and I mean these two teams truly do look like the two best teams standing right now. So, I mean Lothar's not going to have another game like that. That was something was going on with him yesterday, and that was unusual for him. I mean 4 misses is unusual for any professional kicker. So. You can't expect him to have another game like that, and he makes even 2 of those. He makes even 1 of those kicks, and they at least have a chance to go to overtime. So,
yep,
should be exciting to follow these two teams for the rest of the season, and we might see one more meeting with them in the Grey Cup.
Well, I think for Saskatchewan having Harris back, now watch things turn around now, because they should have won that game.
Yeah, and now Harris will go into Toronto this week and
dismantle them.
Face potential Chad Kelly, or at least Nick Arbuckle. So, all right, moving on to Saturday Night Football. We had Edmonton Elks with their new owner in the building here for this one. He traveled all the way to Hamilton, the Hammer, and you got your 2-7 teams going into this one. Elks are on a 2-game win streak. The Ticats are on a 2-game losing streak, and this was a blowout.
Yeah,
didn't even look close.
The end score on it is a little bit deceiving, but anyways, we start again. Let me see where we're at here. So we're on the first play of the game, and Powell passes the ball. I can't pronounce the guy's name, but they will. Catches the ball and gets crushed. In fact, he had to be carted off the field in an ambulance.
Yeah, there's a big delay in this game.
It was delayed for 39 minutes time. Interesting point of why the delay was so long. You know why it was so long?
You were telling me they had to bring another ambulance.
Because they always have to have one there.
Yeah.
They had to wait for another ambulance to arrive before they could start the game. And it was a good thing because I think Powell needed that.
A couple plays later.
So let's have a look and see what happened to this poor guy.
With the injuries at quarterback last year, Powell started half the season. First start this season, completes it 2. Luther Akunavanu, it is coughed up right into the hands of Darius Breton.
That football.
And of far greater concern, of course, than anything on the field in terms of the game is the health of Luther.
And even though he got crunched, he still turned the ball over, so it did count as a turnover. That was Hamilton's first turnover of the game.
Yeah, and then Elks got the ball.
So now, I think this is the one where Powell gets taken out of the game. Oh, poor Hamilton.
Taylor suggested was just, we'll get through this together, basically get this team back on track.
And he's going to run. Did this effectively last week in Montreal. And the ball comes out. It looked like after he went down, and Taylor Powell is still down on the turf. My goodness.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's absolute stupidity on Powell's behalf.
Yeah, you got to slide there. You got to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Like that couple extra yards in the first quarter, like you're not. There's no point in risking yourself. Like you had 3 guys going there.
It's his first game as a starter for the season.
Yeah,
and you're going to put yourself in. First of all, you've already got the first down. Okay, that's a done deal. And you're going to put yourself in that position to pick up another yard or 2. Well,
and what did that do? It brought Bobo back into the game.
Good old Bo.
And he wasn't there for the rest of the game. Let me tell you that.
So we have Bo in there, does a nice pass, gets it down to the 10, and we're going to go right into the following play because Bo does what Bo does.
System here in 2024.
2nd and 17, deep. Over the middle and open. It's Greg Bell. New running back in for the Ticats with a big catch. Went down, got up again, and Morgan finally upends him down near the 10. Looking for a shot at tying it up. Mitchell with time, bumps, dumps it off to Bell, and he doesn't catch it, and the Elks say they have it. Derek Moncrief, the strong side.
And you can say it was not his fault.
It was not. That one was not his fault.
But interception, because that's what Bo attracts. Okay? If you want to talk about blaming a player for losing a game, Bo's done that consistently.
Yeah, we can talk about. I'm not saying that he hasn't.
Okay, so
You're the one that said you don't like to blame players for losing games.
well, he's Bo, so I don't mind. So what do we have? Oh, so then with 2 minutes left in the half, 2.5 minutes, Edmonton punts the ball. Now they're up 22-3 at this point, and you're thinking, you know what? Hamilton's still got time. Maybe get a touchdown before halftime. You know, and they could still be in there. But let's see what happens there.
Only have 3 on the board, 22-3 the score. They will get it back, though, with some time. 2.5 minutes left until the half. Jonathan Moxey, he's been on the returns tonight inside the 10. Covered well. Ball comes out. Joel DeBlanco's on it. And another turnover as Edmonton, they'll be the ones that have the chance to find the end zone before halftime.
The Hamilton kick returners holding the ball like it's a loaf of bread. He gets hit, fumbles the ball. Edmonton takes over. And at that point, well, you know, he was basically over at that point anyways. But
MBT throws a touchdown.
with,
Dylan Mitchell pours it on before
with
halftime.
2 minutes left, here we go.
Hamilton 11. There it is. Touchdown Elks. Dylan Mitchell has it. That's his second touchdown of the season. Edmonton is really
Not looking good for Hamilton at that point.
32-3 at halftime.
Go to the third quarter. 5 minutes left. 2nd and 13. Hamilton at the Edmonton 44. What do you think Bo's going to do? You think he's going to pass the ball, or you think he's going to hand it off?
What's this one?
I think he's going to hand it off. Let's see what he does.
the Ticats. Pump fake, deep look. In double coverage, it's intercepted by Cordell Jackson. That coverage was there for the Elks, and he's got a good return here, too. So another turnover committed by the Ticats, snuffing out another promising drive that got.
Interception in the end zone by
Cordell Jackson.
Yeah, that
Picks him off.
That didn't work out too well for Bo. But you know what? you're not going to have 4 turnovers in a game and win a game. I don't care if you're playing Edmonton. I don't care who you're playing. If you've got 4, if you give up 4 turnovers, the other team doesn't give up any.
Yeah,
you're not going to win the game.
No, not at all.
So at this point, let's see what we're at now. Oh, here we go. Bo finally gets the opportunity. And the last play of the third quarter. Bo's got the ball about the 9-yard line. And
a big storm a year ago on this day between these two teams that delayed the game by 90 minutes. The throw! Touchdown! Bell again! Much needed. Major score.
Bo finally throws for a touchdown to Bell. And you know what? The Hamilton fans, who were still there, well, at least they had something to cheer for. I'll have to say, I watched the whole game, and right after, about halfway through the second quarter, the fans were leaving. So I'm going to say about a third of them left.
Well, it was pouring. It was raining there. They had that 40-minute delay. It was raining.
No, it was not. They had the 40-minute delay. It was not raining.
Oh, it was raining.
Then when they started the second half, there was nobody there. Like, I'm going to say 3/4 of the crowd left at halftime. So that's how you spend your money. Okay. What do we got next here? 9 minutes left. Edmonton has the ball. Macbeth throws this just... I don't know how this guy catches this ball. All I'm going to say is he had 2 guys around him, and the concentration was incredible. Let's have a look.
Just for 93 yards now. 1st and 10 at the Hamilton 47. There's a deep block. Down inside the 20. It is caught. What? Hergy Mayala. With a couple of defenders nearby, Mayala hangs on to that one.
That was just an amazing catch.
Yeah, really bad defense there by Hamilton.
Well, that's why they got a new defensive coordinator.
Yeah. Who's the defensive coordinator? No one other but the former Elks coach, Chris Jones.
See, now, it would have been better if they got him before this game started.
Yeah, right? They would have known the ins and outs. Well, they didn't really need it anyway. Oh, I guess, yeah, they would have needed it.
They would have needed it.
All right, so Bo gets benched. Frost gets some reps in the game, and MBT caps off the game with another TD. Is there any major plays in there? Any exciting things like that big catch? Or that's pretty much the end of the game.
Wanted to show Frost's touchdown because he was first of his career.
All right, yeah, let's see. What's Frost's first name? Do you know?
I'm going to play the highlight while you're looking for his name.
Decision to make the change last week in Montreal, but Powell got hurt tonight, and now Frost is in, tries the end zone again. Touchdown, Shamar Bridges, and the first touchdown pass thrown by young Harrison Frost.
And then the final highlight we have, I just thought this was hilarious, so I added it in there. So Edmonton's up 39-22 with a minute 20 left. They get the ball at the Ottawa 8. And I'm thinking, okay, they're going to kneel down or whatever, try and eat up the clock. Oh, no. There they go for a touchdown.
Just like after they kept pouring it on.
It was hilarious. So let's have a look.
So it's a 1st and goal. Claude Bethel-Thompson throws another touchdown pass. Another TD to Curly Gittins Jr. They've combined a few times.
At that point, well, I'm not going to say at that point it was over. It was over way before that, but that was the last scoring play of the game. And 47-22 final. Hamilton should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah. They fall to 2-8 on the season, and with no Harrison Frost, so that's the guy's name, Harrison Frost. With no hope at quarterback now, with Powell potentially injured, Bo looking like a shell of himself, and you got their third string Frost, which was 8 for 12 for 95 yards and a touchdown in the quarter that he played. But
yeah, but that was in garbage time too.
Exactly. So Yeah, Hamilton, I mean, I think it's fair to count them out this year. I know you keep saying it's a long season, but I don't think there's much going on, much hope for them
Hamilton's
going forward. I
Hamilton's
think that was the nail in the coffin for them. And I mean, Edmonton, first 3-game win streak since 2018 after losing 8 in a row. They've now won 3 in a row, and they're starting to get in their stride. MBT looked pretty good. Trey Ford, when he comes back, their quarterback situation is decent, and looks like they're excited to play under their new head coach. So interesting to follow them. I like them. They're only 2 games back from 2 games back, or 1 game. Yeah, 2 games back from the Bombers, who are 1 game. So they're only 3 games back, from first place in the West. So
yeah, well, and
still lots of football to be played, and they're hitting their stride right now, and they're looking good. They're gonna have a tough one up against Montreal coming up this week, but
yeah, I've got a feeling that their streak's gonna end.
Yeah, because I think they're playing in Montreal.
Yep.
If I'm correct. Yeah, so
and
it's a little bit of an East Coast trip for them.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Corey Fajardo was back too.
I just saw he will be playing.
So
too bad
for
it. Kind of sucks for Alexander, right? Because he said, I guess that's the job of the backup, right?
Of a backup quarterback.
You got to stand in there while the starter's out, and he did his job. I mean, if you're gonna pay him, he did his job. All right, Winnipeg visiting the BC Lions. Winnipeg coming off the bye week before they played the Lions right before the bye week, and they had shut them out 25-0. And interesting about this one, Winnipeg had actually shut out BC 7 straight quarters.
Yes.
BC didn't get their first points in this game until the fourth quarter, which we'll get to a little bit later on. But big story was Nathan Rourke set to return to the CFL after a couple NFL stunts on practice squads. And he'll be playing for his hometown or just his... It was a homecoming for him because he played for the Lions before. So.
He's a BC boy.
BC boy, there you go. So he returned, but not the return that I think he would have liked.
No, he did actually go on TV and apologize for it. You know what? There is lots to talk about that, but let's talk about it after the highlights. This is going to take a few minutes. So let's go to the first quarter now. We got 8 minutes left. It's tied up 0-0 because what's the Bombers kicker name?
Sergio Castillo. Okay, off the upright and out.
Off the upright and out. So, but it's okay. The Bombers get the ball back, and let's have a look-see.
Offs of 6. Cloris, end zone shot. Dembski got it. Touchdown, Winnipeg. Cloris to Dembski, and the Bombers strike first.
Touchdown pass into the corner. I don't know how that guy got so open. I don't know how that happened. Anyways, at that point, the Bombers are up 7-0, and that was already the beginning of the end. So now we get into early into the second quarter. Rourke. This is his first interception of the day. It won't be his last, and he should be thankful he only had 2 because he could have had about 5.
Yeah, it did not, yeah.
3 interceptions, 4 knockdowns coming into this game. Rourke, passing situation here. A ton of time, and that is intercepted. It's Dietrich Nichols on the other side of the field, and he'll take it back to midfield. Second interception of the year for Nichols, and the Bombers defense gets the ball back.
You want to see what happened after that?
That's it.
Let's have a look-see here. This is... Oh, yes. This play was not a big deal. I had to just include it because of the commentary from the referee. That's when when BC punts the ball, it hits the scoreboard, and just listen to what the referee says. It was hilarious.
BC puts any points on the board. That hits the scoreboard. It comes bouncing down at the 35. Flintoff hammered that right into the Jumbotron here at BC Place.
The kick hit the scoreboard. which is pretty odd. We're going to redo everything. We'll redo the play. We'll reset the clock to 2:44 with the new 20-second clock. It's just a redo.
Ben Major just saying what we're all thinking.
So after that, we go to. We've got 46 seconds left in the half. Rourke throws another pick. This one gets run into the end zone, but after the interception, holding on the Bombers.
almost pick six on this
so it came back, but the Bombers still get the ball. Here we go.
2nd and 10. Rourke looking for Hollins again, and that is intercepted on the other side of the field. It's Ford, and he'll take it all the way back for the pick six. Bombers late in the half, take it away and take it back.
After the interception is holding, Winnipeg number 33. It's a 10-yard penalty.
All right, and the one thing that I was going to say is with the interceptions thrown by Rourke and the interceptions thrown by Bo, I was actually watching those carefully, and in all cases, the quarterbacks were standing there flat-footed, like that they weren't, the during the ball. They're just kind of standing there, and that's the easiest way to get picked off. That is for sure. Oh yeah, so we got at this point, it's still only 17-3 Bombers. 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And BC finally gets an interception going their way. So have a look-see at that.
The options. Out to the right for Colares. Looks to the left. Throws to the left, and it's intercepted! Oh, boy, things just got interesting. They go their way. The veteran TJ Lee steps inside and takes it away.
And they didn't really turn that into anything. And the last play that I got here was Rourke. They have the ball. 4:39 left. Now they're down 20-3. So they're just getting further behind. He throws into the end zone. The guy catches it. Initially, it's called a touchdown. But as he lands on his back, the ball pops out. They go up to the command center, and they reverse it. No touchdown.
Yeah.
10 from the Winnipeg 15. Bombers defense will try to seal this one away. Rourke, far corner, end zone, up for grabs. Oh, does not come down. Oh, they call it a touchdown. They call it a touchdown on the field.
Upon further review, the ruling on the field is overturned. It's an incomplete pass. It's going to be first down for Winnipeg.
So there wasn't a lot of highlights of that game. That was it. There was a lot of hype for that game, and the announcers even said at the end of the game, they said, "Next time, let's write the storyline after the game, not before the game."
Yeah, I mean, BC now lost 4 in a row, falling to 5-5, and Bombers with a big win. They're one game back from second place in the West. Sorry, I said that wrong earlier. So West is blown wide open at this point. You got Saskatchewan leading the pack. BC's looking shaky. Calgary's looked shaky all year. Bombers are starting to feel themselves, and Edmonton is also starting to feel themselves. So it's
it'll be
an exciting finish down the stretch.
Yeah, I think the only team that's gone is Hamilton.
Yeah.
And even though they're not really far behind the Argos, even if Chad Kelly doesn't do well this week, they got him back for the rest of the year. And he's the guy who set a CFL record last year with 16 wins in a season. So bye-bye, Hamilton. Sorry for your luck.
Yeah. So that wraps up week 12 here in the CFL. Look ahead to week 13. We've got 4 big matchups. Saskatchewan coming into Toronto on Thursday night. Then we've got Hamilton visiting the Bombers. BC visiting Ottawa. That should be a good game. And Edmonton at Montreal, which should be an exciting one as well. Montreal's favored by 6.5 in that one.
So we're gonna make our picks.
And wow, Ottawa's favored by 9.5 points.
Yep.
Against the BC Lions. So I'm cheering for Ottawa on that one. All right, let's make our picks here quick. All right, so who do you got in the first game here, Don? Rough Riders at Argonauts.
Are we going to quickly discuss what happened last week?
What happened last week?
I won again.
Don did win. Well, you tied. You got 2-2. So I wouldn't say you won, but
How many did you get?
I went 1-3 last week. Stamps, Rough Riders, and Lions all lost. Yeah, I mean, the Lions did not look like... We were both high on the Lions in that game, and they did not look good as well.
Yeah.
And the only one that was easy was the Elks. So
it just comes down to you got a tough hill to climb to catch me now.
yeah,
all right.
What's going to happen down the stretch here. All right, who you got in the first game?
Rough Riders and Argos. It's up in the air whether Chad Kelly will be back. They're saying he will. Argos are good at home. Harris is back for Saskatchewan. Even though Nathan Rourke didn't do well after a long time off, but Mazzoli did, so it's hard to really say how Kelly's going to do.
Exactly.
But the difference is that Mazzoli was in training camp and had practice, and Chad Kelly's had nothing.
And Rourke wasn't really there either. Like, he just got signed to Lions last week.
So I'm going to go Saskatchewan.
Going Rough Riders. I'm going to go Argonauts on this one. I'm expecting a Janarian Grant touchdown return. And Chad Kelly plays maybe a couple touchdowns as well. All right. Tigers at Bombers. I got Blue Bombers on this one. Easy pick for me. Tigers do not look good. The Bombers are getting hot at the right time. So.
Same.
Lions at the Red Blacks.
Ottawa at home. Got to go Ottawa.
Yeah, Red Blacks have looked good all season at home, and they're getting better every week. And they're becoming my dark horse for the season. They might be my fourth favorite team.
Oh, you know what? If you keep it up, you're going to have 9 favorite teams in the CFL.
And who you got here? Alex at the Alouettes.
It's not my pick.
Well, the easy route to go is the Alouettes, but I'm going to go with the Elks on this one. Straightforward going to be playing? I don't know, but
I'm going with the Alouettes.
Jardo will be back. They'll be playing at home, but I need to pick up a win here, so it's a risky one, but I'm going Elks.
Yeah, if your week pans out, you're going to be within 6. If it doesn't pan out, you're out by 10, and it's over.
I'm going to need some big pull-throughs from my two teams here, Argos and Elks. So, let's get to our power rankings before we wrap this bad boy up here. 9.5 point favorites. That's crazy. I mean, they're really... Rourke's going to be playing, too. Like, that is just... That's almost borderline disrespectful for the BC Lions there. But
yeah, aren't the Bombers 9.5 point favorites, too?
no, they're only 1.5. Or... Oh, sorry, I was reading that wrong. Bombers are 9.5 favorites over Hamilton. Ottawa's 1.5 over BC. That makes more sense. I was reading them backwards there.
Okay. Oh, before we carry on, I was going to say something about Nathan Rourke. So did you hear his pay?
What?
Well, let's put it this way. Adams won't be in Edmonton next year or in BC next year. So he signed a deal where he gets $250,000 for this year, last off season, which they made back on ticket sales for his first game back. They already made that money back. For next year, $750,000, highest paid in the CFL. For the season after that, $809,000.
Oh, wow.
So that could be changing the complexion of the pay schedule in the CFL.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to follow. Because who's the highest paid player right now?
Claris, 600,000. But the thing is that if they're paying him that kind of cash, right now, okay, with him and Adams, they'd be paying around $1 million. They're not going to do that. So Adams,
Hamilton might be looking for a quarterback next year.
yeah, but see, the thing about the CFL, and this is what's interesting, is that there's an expression that if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have any. You don't really have a starter. But in the CFL, you really need two quarterbacks.
Yeah.
It's because of all the injuries, and you need two good quarterbacks.
But now we're turning the corner, and Alouettes got Fajardo and Alexander. Rough Riders got Patterson and Harris. Red Blacks have Brown, Crum, and Mazzoli. Argos have Kelly Arbuckle. Bombers have Caleros and Strevler. Lions have Rourke and Adams if he comes back. Stampeders have Jake Mayer.
Who's the only one who hasn't been injured this year.
Yeah.
Or benched.
Elks have MBT and Trey Ford, and then the Tiger Cats are the only team in the CFL that don't really have a great quarterbacking situation. Everyone else is pretty steady, I'd say.
And that's why Hamilton's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Because, well, first of all, that stupid play by Powell, he did acquire a concussion.
So he'll be out for a couple games.
Who knows how long he'll be out? So
yeah. All right. So Week 12 power rankings here up on the screen there. Alouettes stay number 1. You moved the Rough Riders down 1 after that close call to the Alouettes, or after that close loss to the Alouettes. So I was surprised to see you do that, moving the Red Blacks up into 2nd. We both kept the Argos at 4th after their bye week. Bombers are climbing back up the charts, and BC is climbing down. And then you got Stampedes at the bottom. I was thinking I was tough between Stampeders and Elks. I was looking at that and I was like, I just really like Jake Mayer, and I don't know. I feel like I still got some hope for the Stampeders there. So
yeah, I haven't completely ruled them out, but they've lost their last 2 games.
Yeah, and the Elks have won 3 in a row.
So that's the only reason why I made
it'll
the
be
switch.
interesting to see. And you know what? Even if the Elks lose next week, they are going to be losing to the best team. So can't hang their heads too high on that one. But yeah, so most of our picks are pretty much the same. Next week, who's off next week then? Calgary. Snow Calgary next week, so they'll get a week to kind of regroup and assess what their plan is for the rest of the season. And should be a good one. And then we're going into Labor Day. So then we've got the Banjo Bowl, got Toronto and Hamilton. Oh, maybe. Ooh, that might be a good one to go to.
You never get tickets for that one.
No?
No.
Why?
If it's in Hamilton, it'll be sold out with Hamilton fans. If it's in Toronto, it's sold out with Hamilton fans. They only got to go an hour drive. That one you need to get tickets for the beginning of the season.
Well, we'll take a look. That's a 2:30 start. That's an afternoon game.
I don't know if I'll be up by then.
Probably not. All right, so there's another CFL week there for you guys. If you like these CFL videos, make sure you leave us a comment below and let us know whose rankings were better. Do you think I have a chance to come back?
No.
And win this bet we've got here?
Absolutely
let us know in the comments below. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and turn on that notification bell after you subscribed, of course, so you can catch all of our future videos. We've got a big AEW video coming up later in the week. And otherwise, we will be back next Thursday for another CFL review. So,
or Wednesday.
Huh?
Or for the review, yes, Thursday.
Yeah. CFL comes back on Wednesday and Thursdays. So, thanks again, guys, and have a great weekend. Enjoy the CFL action.
All right, see you later.